Hello, fabulous fourth graders of St. Lucie Public Schools. I am Miss Owens, the math coach at Longwood Elementary, and I am super excited to be able to work with you guys once again. So thank you for tuning in with me. In today's lesson, we are going to review subtraction of whole numbers. Last time we worked on addition. Let's take a look at the standard. The standard in this lesson is MBT 2.4, and it reads, the student will be able to add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. The key idea reads, use your knowledge of basic fact fluency and place value to add and subtract whole numbers. Now for starters, we're going to take a look at three different types of subtraction problems. The takeaway problem, the comparison problem, and the missing part. So let's review with another review. So the takeaway problem usually sounds like this. Ms. Owens had $80. She bought her sister a gift for $25. How much money did Ms. Owens have left? In subtraction problems like this, you start with the total amount and you pull some away from it to do something. You pull some away or take some away. Now you want to know how much is left. And your equation for solving would look something like this. 80 minus 25 equals N. Then there are the comparison subtraction problems. The comparison subtraction problems sound more like this. Ms. Owens has saved $80. Her sister saved $25. How much more money did Ms. Owens save than her sister? That sounds like an addition problem because you might hear the word more. But when you look at the context of what is being read, it's actually a comparison subtraction problem. In order for you to find out how much more money I saved than my sister, you'd have to take 80 minus 25 equals N. And last but not least, we have the missing part subtraction problem. And here's an example of those types of problems. Ms. Owens had $80 to go shopping. Ooh, I love shopping. At the end of the day, she still had $55. How much did Ms. Owens spend? So you have to think about the amount of money that I started out with, and at the end of the day, how much money I have now. Somewhere along the way, I started giving away or taking away some of my money. So your equation would look something like this. 80 minus what number equals 25? Or 80 minus 55 equals N. I'm sorry, let me go back and read that. 80 minus what number equals 55? Or 80 minus 55 equals what number? So now that we've taken a look at the three types of subtraction problems, we are going to get into practicing subtraction. The same as with addition, if you are trying to solve a problem that has been written horizontally, you want to rewrite that number vertically and stack your numbers in the correct columns for the place value. Another thing I want you guys to understand about subtraction is the inverse or opposite of addition. It's a breaking down process that involves separating quantities. The answer or difference in a subtraction problem is a smaller quantity than the starting amount. And we've already reviewed the three types. Okay, so here we go. We have 69,482 minus 5,361. So again, you want to rewrite this problem because it is written horizontally, and you want to write it vertically. So that will be 69,482 minus 361. Now I know a lot of you guys, not a lot, but sometimes a common mistake that students will make is they will push these numbers over because it just doesn't look right to have this empty space here. Well, get used to it. It's all about place value. This is 9,000. This is 5,000. I don't have a digit in the 10,000s place for this number. Therefore, I'm comfortable with that empty space being there because it's all about place value and proper alignment. So again, the same way with addition, you want to begin subtracting in your ones place. So I have two ones. The top number is my starting number. I have 69,482. And from that number, I want to take away 5,361. Before I begin, I'm just going to use a little estimation strategies. If I have 69,000 and something, and I take away 5,000 and something, I should have about 64,000 and something left. Okay, now back to solving the problem. I have two ones, and I'm going to subtract 1 1. Two ones, take away 1 1 is 1 1. Moving to the tens place. I have 8 tens, and I'm going to subtract 6 of those tens. 8 tens minus 6 tens equals 2 tens. Moving over to the hundreds place. I have 4 hundreds, and I'm going to subtract 3 of those hundreds. That will leave me with 100. In the thousands place, I have 9 hundreds, and I'm going to subtract 5 of those hundreds. That will leave me, thousands. I have 9 thousands, and I'm going to subtract 5 of those thousands. That will leave me with 4 thousands. And in the 10,000s place, I'm not subtracting anything because I don't have anything to take away. So I'm just going to bring my 6 10,000s down. So the difference between 69,482 and 5,361 is 64,121. Okay, let's take a look at another number. This number says 727 minus 245. Which side of the problem are we going to start working with? The right side. And which place value is that? The ones place. Thank you for paying attention. Okie doke. Now sometimes we have to regroup. Some people refer to it as borrowing, but if you borrow something, you're supposed to give it back, right? It's not for keeps. In this case, we don't give it back because we're not borrowing, we're regrouping. Okay, so let's start in the ones place. 7 ones minus 5 ones equals 2 ones. Get to the tens place. I have 2 tens, and I need to subtract 4 tens. Can I do that? I have 2 tens, and I need to subtract 4 tens. I cannot do that. So I'm going to take a look at the hundreds place. There are 7 hundreds there. I am going to regroup one of those hundreds into tens. So if there are 7 hundreds there and I regroup one of them, there will be 6 hundreds left. I'm going to take the 100 and exchange it into tens. Do you know how many tens is in 100? 10 tens. So instead of just having 2 tens, now I have 12 tens because I regrouped one of those hundreds and made it into tens. I'm not giving those tens back. That's why it's not called borrowing. Okay, now I have 12 tens. 12 tens minus 4 tens is equivalent to 8 tens. And out of the 600s that I have left, if I take away 2 of those hundreds, I will have 4 hundreds. So the difference between 727 and 245 is 482. Well, we are running out of time once again. I am going to leave you guys with this final problem. Are you ready? Okay. 63,408 minus 31,490. Good luck solving, guys. Next time, I want to know, did you have to regroup? Did you call it borrowing or did you call it regrouping? And I want to hear the math terms. Which place value did you regroup and how did you regroup it? Thank you guys for tuning in with me. Once again, you guys are the best students in the entire universe, and I'm always excited to work with you. See you next time. Bye.